was taken from my people, from a name no one would know. Far from home, far from promise, in a kingdom not my own. They dressed me up in silence, taught me how to disappear. No one knew the God I followed, no one knew my fear. I learned how not to speak, how to hide what I believe is still funny, hidden face, still you're moving quietly. Maybe I was placed right here for such a time as this, when fear is loud and hope feels thin and courage feels like risk. I don't see the ending yet, I don't know the plan, but I feel the weight of something more than just the crown I wear. A word went out, sealed in red, a law written without a name. One man's pride, one man's rage, signed an entire people's grave. I heard the city crying out, felt the ground begin to shake. Safety shattered in a sentence, everything is stay quiet now, you'll lose more than it all. Me, oh there, who knows why you were raised behind these walls. Maybe I was placed right here for such a time as this. If silence costs us everything, then silence isn't faithfulness. I don't know the ending yet, but I know what I must do. If I perish, I perish, I will not abandon you. Gather all the Jews, Sumu alai, fast for me, pray with me, Ki avaditi avaditi. If I perish, I perish. 3 days holding our breath, between mercy and decree, I stepped into the throne room, not knowing if you'd meet me. Proud were caught in their own snare. The night began to bend. What was written for our ending became the means to theirs. The gallows meant for righteousness stood empty by the dawn. You turned mourning into dancing without announcing you were gone. I see it now, the waiting was never wasted time. You were writing deep salvation between the lines. I was placed right here for such a time as this, when darkness thought it spoke the last word. You were already in it, I didn't see the ending then, but now I understand. If I perish, I perish, but my life was in your such a time as this. What fear once called a risk to take, faith now calls obedience. Me, oh there, now I know you were near when you felt far. You saved the people quietly by being who you are. Lo nizkar shemcha. Your name was never spoken, but we saw your hand. And sometimes faith is trusting the God who works while hidden.